heroes. Rogers both. He does both. Falcons Vega, they went for the Carmilla. They saw the Tigreal, they saw the Minotaur ban. They didn't expect the Fanny. They banned out the Baksha, and now these picks with no stoppers are gonna have to deal with a Nana Harith and physical damage Fanny.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm super ready.
Are the casters ready? Trex, Leo, you guys ready?
We're more than ready. I can't believe the Fanny slipped through like that.
It's looking spicy already in MWI right now. We got a Fanny in the Land of Dawn. Game 1 of MWI.
It's in America, bringing us the goods as well as the ladies. Again, this is Falcons Vega and CFU Serendipity coming through. The Sharks versus the Falcons. It's the skies versus the seas.
You ever seen a shark fight a falcon? Well, we're gonna today.
Never thought I would. Not in my MWI bingo list, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in live from Riyadh. I hope y'all are doing safe. I hope y'all are having a great day or evening as we get into the very first matchup, very first game in this history-making tournament. Starting off in the orange here for Falcons Vega, while CFU Serendipity dipping into their purple, as you do with the Fanny.
Yeah, definitely as you do with the Vanny, and moving quickly over to orange buff. One of the things I'm a little excited for, this Carmilla pick in the roam position, it's like their only real stopper right now for the Fanny, so it's a lot on Thal's shoulders right now.
And it's a soft stopper
Quick
too. Not to mention maybe, so at best they have like a 1.5, 2 stoppers, right? You have the Eternal Guard and you have the penalty zone. That's it. That's it. I wonder if Falcons Vega are kicking themselves for this now. In mid, Yui playing some footsies here with Thal. Again, I don't know if expected Funi to play today.
Yeah.
Funi and Mei Lane.
Definitely a toss-up. Don't know exactly what happened. This might have been the choice due to some scrim decisions. Who knows? Mirko said it. They must feel confident with this composition. So excited to see exactly how this plans out. But that Tagami pick right there definitely spices things up for game number 1. And this is what we talk about in group stage. These are the possible, strats that can get you that first game 1 win.
Yep, and the draft definitely worked out for Serendipity this time around. Yui taking a visit down to Yui Fendi. Something to talk about here as well. Chinchaw's not having a great time. It's very difficult now. Yui coming in deep.
Yui takes a little bit of damage. Should be okay there. You talked about Yui. You talked about Chincha. I think this Yui Ruby pick is going to be glorious against Mailing on this Roger. Really, I feel like Serendipity just drafted very cleanly in this game.
Yep, they do have their fundamentals down. It's not about XP lane.
Ooh, what a damage though. Mochi Bang gets banged out. First blood over to Mei Lane.
Looking for some retribution here. Abby putting some damage on the Mei Lane, but you can't beat the aggression the Falcons Vega bring to the table.
Yeah, great first blood, great pick. And CFU tried to do something in the gold lane, but Team Falcon Vega actually succeed in the EXP lane. Now it's turtle time.
Here we go. Some footsies. 3v3 potentially. Orange worked on by Tagami first. I like the rope though that Falcons Vega pulled. You saw how they were visiting bottom. XP. Oh, check this out. Chincha. Oh, forcing out an ult from both sides. And then they pull a fast one. Like, wouldn't you have thought that it would come from the Fanny lineup? Shouldn't have been come from the Cambodian squad.
I mean, yeah.
Right?
Cambodians are a little crazy, man.
What is that?
They like to have some fun, man. They bring out the Fanny game 1, and it was the fact that it was pick number 5. It's great drafting from coach, man. Great drafting from coach for sure. But here comes turtle play. Nice stun onto Yui. They're all going to kind of hold down the front line here. The Carmilla should be able to get a stun done. Does have the ultimate ready. The Blood Pack able to do something here. Mei Lane just dancing around. Nothing too major. Keep our eyes on Tagami though. Look at the damage. The Eternal Guardian does come down on Abby. Nice stun up, but in comes Tagami. Looking for the turtle, able to steal it, take it away. Can he get away though? A lot of damage onto UA. Mei Lane trying to get the finishing blow, trying to get the final hit. Can he get the Lycan pounce? Finds the kill. Now Mei Lane locking on Mochi Bang as well. CFU on the run, loses 2 for the price of a turtle.
Mei Lane going ham this time around. 3 on the board already. About 2,000 gold ahead, I'd say, give or take. You expect these values to balloon up in the next few seconds. Again, Serendipity, clearly CFU won that draft. They got some sneaky picks through, but they just can't get through Falcon Vega's fundamentals. They're just so clean when it comes to these engages, and they know how to play the map against a lineup that, say what you will about that turtle take. They lost a fight now in bottom, Thal's in trouble.
All takes a little bit offended. You able to land that I'm offended, but Thal flickers through, and there's your fundamentals right there, feeling comfortable. Even the call from Mei Lane earlier, I don't even want to take this turtle because I know I can get 2 kills. Leaves the turtle behind, goes for the kills. Tagami gets it, but it's a great trade for them.
Little intricacies of that flicker from Thal. They knew that there was no one in that river bush. They knew that there was no one coming from mid. So they made the call, all right, flicker over here, you're safe. I got you. Team Falcons Vega covering up the map really, really well. Now you're clearly ahead here in the early game. Again, now we're looking at 2,000. Yui Fendi gets a hit on her, forced out the ult.
Zaman's Force does come down. Yui there to help out along with Abby, but now it's 4 members of Falcon Vega and a big Guardian lands right on Yui. In comes Tagami trying to get some damage off. Where's the cutthroat? Can he land it? No, doesn't connect. Everyone able to dodge through, even Melee with a beautiful Lycan pounce, but more damage coming on to Melee. Tagami finally finds one. Can they make it 2? A lot of damage onto Tagami. Tagami has to run away, but still gets the double kill from that burn.
She got it down. She was trying. All this while, she was trying, and it took maybe 2 or 3 big engages. Here's the STC replay one more time. Again, the Eternal Guard came through, and now maybe we're seeing remnants of that initial dilemma. Oh, wait, what's going on? Nice push. All right, great conversion. Now we're seeing the dilemma coming through now. Where's the hold? If Tagami can keep doing this, then Team Falcons Vega have something to think about now. Melee wailing away.
Yeah, Violet getting some nice damage on him. Moshi Bang's frag armor. Melee able to get the turtle this time. Tagami hightails it out. Last Insanity defensively just to try to get away. CFU backs off.
All right, clean. CFU Serendipity. I think it's key for these ladies now to pick their fights. They can play where they're mobile, they can play where they're everywhere. Oh no, Abby! A
lot of damage on Abby, but down comes Zaman's Force, able to help out. Yui's there to help as well. The beautiful offended, but Melee still gets the kill. Melee now moving on to the orange buff, and CFU lose another member.
And they got nothing out of it. Violet walks away. And now Melee, oh, Grand Theft Orange.
That's a beautiful Grand Theft.
Madam. She took a small camp on the way out. This is going to balloon out of control now. We're looking at more than 2,000 gold ahead. A push in mid. Tagami coming in, clearing the wave. That's it. They lost the main artery.
Yeah, that's a bad blow. Mid lane gone, and even when they were having that fight up top, we saw Chincha chipping away a little bit at the mid tower, and that just gave it enough for Team Falcons Vega to be able to completely secure it. Right now, even with the Fanny, Team Falcons Vega are just, look at even the pressure they're putting here. They're keeping CFU Serendipity inside of a box right now, and Team Falcon Vega are able to control the rest of the map while doing this.
And again, it's uncanny coming from a lineup that is facing off against Fanny they can't hold down. So this is just macro control. Absolutely a masterclass from arguably the second best team in all of the MLBB women's esports. And here, now they're putting in a lot of work, forcing back Yui.
Yui taking a lot of damage. Mullane looking for the kill, trying to get the finish, able to secure it. Yui goes down, but in comes the last Insanity. Moshi!
Bang!
Beautiful last Insanity.
Foul. They're still going in.
More damage from Melee, double kill onto Yui. Fendi making a triple. Melee takes out Tagami. CFU Serendipity in pieces right now. Falcons Vega, they don't care about a Fanny.
She's been cooking, man. She's been cooking. 8 minutes in, she picks up the Thunderbelt. I'm liking where this is going. As per my taste, I would have picked it up maybe sooner, but again, aggression is the name of the game here. An amazing start. Moshi Bang tried to control that fight down bottom, but trading up for Thal and then allowing for the rest of Team Falcons Vega to win that fight in their back lane. Oh, this is just par for the course. You just go straight for the Lord and you continue controlling the rest of the map. CFU Serendipity, I'm thinking maybe their next best move here is to cordon off these fights into smaller quarters. You notice how a lot of these fights that happen in the open spaces, Team Falcons Vega do better at? They gotta fight in smaller spaces. They gotta have Tagami go from wall to wall.
Yeah, they have to do something about Melee here. I mean, Melee's just, he shouldn't be, or she shouldn't be able to just jump into this, fight the way she is. She's even getting locked up from Yui in some of those fights and still has time to just do whatever she pleases in these fights. 7-1-1 on a Roger. It's what, almost 3,000 gold lead there?
She cooked. It wasn't even second item, it was third item Thunderbelt, first up War Axe, and then the Piercer. I'm thinking she's at like 2 or 3 stacks right now sitting with that Piercer, and oh no, they popped the Faraga armor.
Moshe Bang taking a lot of damage. Lane was testing it there, but the Lord still encroaching in right now. Looking for the crash, one more minion to go. The defense does pop on that inhibitor. Nice, I'm offended on Athol. They're able to get the kill. That's a big deal for Abby, but in comes Melee with a nice like and pounce on a Moshe Bang. More damage on a UA Fendi. Melee playing the field to Melee. It's looking dangerous right now for CFU. They lose an inhibitor.
Thal is worth her life more in weight than gold. It's amazing how she's able to trade in for a big objective in mid and then another trade on the way out. CFU Serendipity, again, this is gonna hurt them even more because one of the strengths that their lineup is able to do is to go across the map and just pick fights, cut waves, and now they have to do that on a level wherein they're on the defense. Even if they can leave the base, which I think now is one of the few times they can, 10 minutes in, it's still gonna be tough. Is there enough farm on UE Fendi is my question. Tegami, sure, she can run around, she can cut lanes, I mean, she can go deeper than this. But where's the farm on UE Fendi? Is Abby dealing enough damage?
Yeah.
Count your blessings, she hasn't died.
That's, I mean, as a Nana, you probably shouldn't. She has everything packed into her to survive, but here they go. Speak of the devil, UA Fendi trying to pull through. UA able to get a nice, I'm offended on Thal once again, but look at the damage onto CFU. In comes the last Insanity, unloading onto Violet. Violet able to flicker back. Melee still holding the front line, taking fire to the face. Takes out Moshe Bang. Tagami, though, looking for the finish, decides to back off. That's bad. Double kill for Melee.
She got punished. They didn't need to hold her down. The damage that she had to go through just thinking about walking through Team Falcons Vega punished her. This is tough. 11-4, 11 minutes in. Mr. Wagner. CFU Serendipity, they had a great draft, but fundamentally speaking, Falcons Vega knew how to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, CFU seemed to not be able to play it to its maximum capabilities. Abby taking some more damage, and at this point, as you said, we look at the way that Vega's moving around the map right now. It's always 2-2 and Melee kind of on her own, because Melee can handle herself against the Fanny. A like and pounce to dodge a cutthroat, or a like and pounce to dodge a couple blades and get the damage out, and the rest are covering each other's backs.
The only real hero that Melee has to worry about is Ruby, right? Like that's the only thing that she has to think twice of. Abby, she can just dodge Molina's gift. Forget about it. Like, I can just run around. I can hop through these gifts. And now another fight, breaking out in mid.
The pack comes down, so the damage is unloading. Yue goes down first. Next might be Yue Fendi. Able to get the outplay, though. Looking for the final shot. Finally gets the kill onto Melee. Yue Fendi pulling up in the Fendi. Doing some nice damage onto the Lord now, but it's still coming soon.
Abby
Team Falcons Vega.
Abby made bank. Can they do this? Can they defend? Where is she? Where are they?
Tagami looking for the purple buff. Sees that they're all hanging out there. Team Falcons Vega lose a Melee, and they immediately back off.
All right, so that explains the big spike now. We're looking at 6K, 5K between these two teams. And we were wondering, is there enough farm on Abby? Besides the fact that she hasn't died, this is one of the times where you say, okay, maybe we can still do this. Good news is they still have one inhibitor. This could have gone so much worse. They could have lost everything, and they were forced to take whatever farm is left out of Team Falcons Vega freezing, which is what's happening now. But as it is, checking out, okay, a Trinity on Abby here. You have Yue Fendi, also a Trinity, just barely. I think maybe just one more item, and then a fight in like, you know, thicker part of the forest here, like a little corridor. That might be it, but you're still looking at 5K between. That's still tough.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very tough because now a lot of it. Oh, look at the damage though. Comes down once again. Tincha able to take out the Mage's damage heal. Yue Fendi down out of commission. Falcons Vega now looking for another inhibitor. Tagami can't even go in.
You don't let him breathe. I think that's the play here for Team Falcons Vega. Problem solving, CFU Serendipity. There's like 5 or 6 things that they need to do. It's a grocery list of things to hit on a checklist. One of them does not have an answer to Team Falcons Vega's one move. It's just force out fights. Here they are, taking out that last inhibitor, and waves are gonna crash in. This is well timed for Lord coming in a minute.
You know, I gotta say, Thal's been so amazing on this Carmilla. Even though she's taken a few deaths, she always lands that ultimate at the perfect time to at least catch 2 members, and the rest of the team follows up so well.
That and she can get out. If she dies, so be it. They're taking out at least one on the way out too. Not to mention, it's like Funi did not miss a beat. She's #1 in the damage charts right now. And the last time we saw her here in MWI, she also put up quite a show, honestly. When they were formerly known as GPX Basreng in MWI 2023, just change one. Just change Caramel to Mei Lane, which, by the way, we also missed. We were expecting Caramel to play, but Mei Lane is holding down jungle. She's doing more than that.
Mei Lane's doing amazing. I mean, Funi's doing amazing. Even as someone that's kind of stepped back a little bit from the team a little bit, still showing that I still got it, man. I can still hang with the best of them. And she is stomping down. She's got her foot on the neck right now with these Sharks. Lord taking a lot of damage. CFU not going to be able to contest it.
And that's a clean take. Two Lords, Team Falcon, Vega's name. Third this time as they push back the rest of CFU Serendipity. Oh, what's Tal thinking? Is she looking to steal this? They're just denying everything. Oh, there it is. Just serve it up.
Serve it up.
Take it, Chin Shot, it's yours.
Another one.
Another one.
Easy. Falcons Vega just in there now. They take it slow, right? I love the lane freeze right now, waiting for Lord to come. They don't need to rush anything. 7,000 gold, almost 7,000 gold lead. We're getting there. Something bad. CFU, how do they defend this?
It's going to come off of Abby. Abby is going to have to use all of her kit, like that little Nana, Pink Venus. Put everything.
Catch like two.
Catch two in that ult, and then hit the best case scenario, you hit Violet or Mei Lane with the gift. That's one way to start it. And now it all comes down.
Although tries to come in, use the conceal play, a lot of damage unloads. Onto Moshi Bang. Moshi Bang forced to back off, but in comes Violet with a huge penalty zone. On to 3. Yui down. Tagami, though, trying to get the outplay, but they're already locked onto the base, and Teams Falcons Vega. Masterclass take game number 1.
The advantage hit critical mass, and this.
Unfortunately, because CFU are on red,
Representatives, ladies and gentlemen, if they want to have a fighting chance, if they want to put Cloud9, and if they want to eliminate Cloud9 right now, as well as Falcons Vega, they need to be able to at least take this to 1-1. But Mirko, are you ready for the deciding match?
absolutely.
I'm ready for the deciding game, and I'm pretty sure the audience here in the Amazon Arena are also ready. So let's take a look into the casters. Leo, Trex, you there?
We're here and we're ready to go. The Kamai bring out
Welcome
the Jushin,
to Mobile
and
Legends.
in her debut game, can she make it happen? Can she get the upset victory for CFU Serendipity over Team Falcons Vega?
Essentially, debut game in any international event, right? I don't think we've seen her anywhere else, really. And CFU is not disappointed with a variety of picks. We saw that they lacked a little bit of fundamentals in the last game. Is this maybe comfort for them?
All right, to their defense, it's less about them lacking and more of just Team Falcons Vega having the solution. Team Falcons Vega coming from a very developed region such as Indonesia, going up against CFU Serendipity, who, by the way, have some veterans. It's just tough to cut it close, you know what I mean? Looking at the laning this time around, Yui, and we have here Abby roaming around. I'm still excited to see what this Jushin brings to the table. Going up against the mid lane matchup here. Check it out now. Thal and Funi. Oh, wow, look at this. You can't beat the reliable damage of Valentina.
You definitely can't. Whoa. But a nice grab onto Thal, brings Thal back. But we're already seeing the possibilities with the Jushin. Going to be interesting how this works out in a lot of these team fights. It's something we haven't gotten to see yet. Moshi Bang maybe looking for something here.
All right. Oh, no, Yui! Forced the flicker. She's put down 1/10 of her health. She's going to be sent home. That's a TKO. Tagami thinking about an invade here. I like how Mei Lane just picked the Nolan dead cold right there in that last slot. Up top, Yui Fendi. 2v1.
Major. I mean, both teams kind of playing the back and forth right now. But CFU, I think, know what's at stake here, and they're not forcing anything at all. They're definitely taking it a little bit slower. We're going to wait for this first turtle. And we might not see a lot until second turtle, but Falcons Vega doesn't want to let that happen. Look at the damage already. Drag back, though, onto the tower. Mooney tries to come in, get some nice damage on Moshi Bang. Violet brings out the penalty zone, takes a little bit of damage back to herself, and nobody goes down.
All right. I like how CFU Serendipity are playing super disciplined, and they're really holding their ground. The Tagami could have pressed. Oh, no, there's a jump by Thal!
Nice knock up, but Yui able to respond back quickly. Yui needs this level 4 before this turtle and finally gets it. Both teams a little bit low on health. Got to go back to these buffs.
All right, I'm going to say it now, 2.5 minutes in. There's going to be a point in time where Team Falcons Vega aren't going to rely too heavily on their ults. Like, they can start picking fights. They can just start playing footsies and checking range. until CFU Serendipity is forced to push the button, whether that be on a final slash, on a quad shadow kill, and now here we go.
Tagami looking for the angle in, gets in and takes the turtle. A nice take for Tagami. And now they're looking for the turnaround, look for the possible grab onto somebody. Funi runs, Thal runs. They know they don't want to force this fight. They lost what they came for.
As long as Tagami's around and she has the retribution, nothing is truly safe. Until you know that she's under some CC, until you know that she's out and away, you can never count out a potential for a steal down bottom, 1v1.
Golly, Moshi Bang might not be able to get away from this. Hits the final slash, trying to vengeance through, trying to get away, but falls right into it. First blood over to Violet.
And up top, there's a jump by Thal.
Gets the Tyrant's Revenge. Nice lock on. The damage locks in. Funi able to take out Abby to Blazing Duet to try to seal the deal, to try to turn things around. Tagami able to find Melee. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Team Falcons Vega not giving up just yet. Yue takes a little bit of damage, and Chincha might go to top. This is bad. Thal. Tagami has a shield, though. Should be okay.
Yep. Check in with the quad shadow. Let's check out the STC replay. Moshi Bang, I think she was buying time. They knew that this bigger fight was going to break out up top. And yeah, Abby goes down, but there is a trade found eventually by Tagami. Jungler for a mid laner. I'd say to some extent that was worth it, especially if they could convert. Now in mid, Funi put down to half health. All right, they'll let that go.
I'm still wondering how this Jushin is going to completely play out. Abby's taking a death now. I think it's huge that they got the kill onto Melee, though. We saw how well Melee did last time, especially a farmed Melee, a good fed Melee. And right now, putting this death on a Melee, I think is definitely a win for CFU this early on.
Yeah, slow her down. She does so much when she's ahead. So if CFU Serendipity can find a way to get into a, I don't know, place where they can put some offense on the board, they can definitely maybe even see a 1-1. Now Violet hit with a final slash.
Nice final slash. Pemmican Zone in response, in comes Thal. Trying to get the Town's Revenge, unable to walk on to anybody. Yue with a beautiful I'm offended onto 3 members, and in comes Tagami. Able to get the kill onto Violet, looking for another one. Thal in a bad spot, gonna get pulled back from the Zushin, but doesn't need to because Yue gets the kill first. But Melee up against Yue Fendi. Yue Fendi trying to get away and able to.
All right, very rarely does a Claude walk away from a Nolan, right, with lethal intent. So she played that mid 1v1 very well. They are going to trade for a turret up top. That's a turtle scored by CFU Serendipity. 2 so far in this 5-minute game.
You got to point it out for Team Falcons Vega, though, still holding a gold lead. After being a little behind on kills, after being down 2 turtles, still just overall controlling the map with Thal. Gets a knock up on a Moshi Bang. Tagami playing the quad shadow, looking for the target. Funi is forced to flicker there. Backs off, uses the IMU just to get away. CFU unable to get a kill there, but we see the aggression from both teams.
All right, Funi stealing away the ult from Abby's Jushin actually made a difference there. There was a lot of passive ticks that helped not just underneath the turret, but from CFU Serendipity pushing forward. Say what you will about this 500, 600 gold lead that the Kamai are behind on, but they're still very aggressive. Thal now finds one.
Oh, continues to be aggressive, just hanging out in these bushes, looking for him nonstop. Able to connect, and if one of those connects onto more than just one person, it's going to be trouble for CFU.
And it's likely, it's easy for Team Falcons Vega to set up, because again, a lot of what Thal wants to do are not her ults. Like, her ult is barely what counts. The jump and the ball is what really gives CFU Serendipity here a massive headache. Approaching the final turtle of the game here, about 45 seconds in. Chinshaw scores her Feather of Heaven there. And best believe, we haven't even seen this Harith be part of fights yet. So there is going to be a power spike coming in from Vega.
And Funi just took that I'm offended, so watch for the big I'm offended play from Funi here. Funi's been a star from game 1 to now, showing up for Team Vega. CFU, though, we see the possibilities they've had here. We see Tagami actually able to pop off on this hero. Thal misses the jump. CFU will be able to get away from this, and a beautiful I'm offended onto Thal. Thal brought down to about 20% health. Here comes a concealed prey from Tagami and Yue. But Team Falcons know it's coming. They back off down to the turtle pit.
A lot of resources spent in there by both roamers. Moshi Bang being an XP laner allows for her to kind of play with the range. Now Thal jumps in.
Another big damage onto Yue. Chincha able to get the kill, but more damage responding onto Thal. Chincha with his Mon's Force able to bounce it back and forth, causing destruction. Match team moves forth. Thal, Funi down, UA down as well, but there goes Abby. It's 2 for 2 now. Team Vega evens the playing field, but watch for Moshi Bang so low right now. Gonna try to vengeance through, but does not get away. Violet gets the kill. Yui Fendi, though, trying to pick up some pieces up in the top side, able to take an inhibitor, but Vega doesn't care because, once again, they get the main artery.
STC replay coming in, even in these macro and micro moments, right? The team fight, the map. You see that both teams are trying to one-up each other, but so far, it seems like Falcons Vega are the ones who don't let through much. You give them an inch, they take, maybe not a mile, but they take a yard. And that's a lot when you're looking at a game that's this tight. 5-6 right now, last turtle up for grabs. Oh, this is a turtle that's long overdue. Best believe as soon as this resets, it's gonna turn into a Lord. And, all right, Falcons Vega let it go.
They might be okay with it. Falcons Vega, they have a little bit of a gold lead. They're not too worried about this.
There it is.
There it goes, gonna turn into a Lord. And while this is happening, Melee knows. Melee's not worried about it. I'm gonna get this purple buff, I'm gonna farm some more, live my best life.
Yep, which, by the way, Yui Fendi actually dealt more damage than expected. Thal caught out.
More damage on a Thal. UA tries to lock him up. A nice final slash. Thal unable to do anything. Abby actually gets a kill this time. And here comes a blazing duet. Tagami finds Chinshaw. Violet now on the run. CFU turning the tables, flipping him over, taking him out. A disaster for Team Falcons Vega. A 3-for-0. Can CFU convert this to a Lord, though?
Didn't expect to see that come in that quick. Now Funi playing here in the River Brush. Lets it go. Suddenly a turn of events here that none of us expected. CFU Serendipity folded up Team Falcons Vega, put them in a box and sent them home. You see how far away Maylane was? Like, she can't fight against 3 or 4 members of CFU Serendipity, not like that.
Most definitely. Watch for Thal. I mean, Thal's just... And it's maybe at a point now where Thal has to be a little more careful about those jump-ins, a little bit more careful about those face checks on these bushes. If UA is able to get the catch first, it becomes a problem.
Au contraire, I think it's right for her to just keep throwing herself at the opponent. Okay. Because she can afford it. She's a roamer.
Fair.
But
the rest of the team has to be careful.
That, and maybe now you have to consider Team Falcons Vega, they got to be asking themselves, who's the beatdown? Are we in a position of aggression, or should we defend first and then find a way to rope a dope? Right now, I think it's the latter. They're defending up top. There's a mid lane push at CFU, so they might get final slash.
Big final slash at that. Zaman Sports does a drop. Nice damage from Yui Fendi. Tagami tries to come in, gets bashed against the wall. Can they capitalize? Tagami with the quad shadow gets the unstoppable kill. And that's the thing. Even when they stop Tagami for a second, you just click that ultimate, click that shadow kill, and the damage secured.
Not just. Tagami had a safety net. She had a couple more shadows. Here's the jump by Tal. She knows she can't do this. That's a tier 2 taken down. Yui Fendi gets another push. And that's it. Wow. CFU Serendipity. The Kamai are in control. And at the forefront is Tagami, 5-0-3. The Kamai Kunoichi. Dude, that's why Falcons Vega banned out the Hayabusa in game 1. They knew she was up to something.
They knew, and I was actually very surprised that they switched it up in the draft, because they won game 1 with that ban phase, and they drop it and ban out the Vexana.
They let it through.
Yeah, they let it through, ban out the Vexana instead, and now it's fighting. It's taking them down.
It's giving comeback.
It's giving comeback.
All right, so let's talk about Team Falcons Vega's chances for a way to claw back into this. Again, that does sound like we are over-exaggerating the lead that CFU Serendipity has, but honestly, they're playing from a position of, I'd say, they're down, right? Especially after what happened in game 1. But now, looking at 2,000 ahead, CFU Serendipity have snowballed out of control. I think Team Falcons Vega should have had the easier snowball in the mid-game.
So now at what point? I mean, luckily CFU hasn't escaped too far away, right? Team Falcons Vega only about 1,000 behind, 1,500 behind. But CFU has hit a nice spike with Tagami 5-0-3. They got the snowball this time. What's the big play for them on this next Lord?
Falcons Vega have to get to that point wherein Thal can throw out these jumps without dying. By buying the immortality just about 2 seconds ago, that should help. That, and I haven't really seen Violet hit an amazing penalty zone. Maybe she doesn't have to hit a penalty zone. Maybe she just has to hit 1 or 2. But easier said than done when you're looking at not just an I'm offended, but also a final flash. Moshi Bang has been, you know, doing a lot of work. Like when you see that animation, Oh, that's kimochi. That's oishi for the Japanese. I mean, it's a delicious initiation.
That's the mochi. The mochi.
That's Japanese cuisine.
Mochi,
They're
mochi.
kamai.
Hey, man. They're the kunoichis.
No, that's the gami. Here's a jump by Tal.
Oh, nice pick on to Abby here. The penalty zone misses too. Mochi Bang able to get the final slash, the dash through, and in comes Yui Fendi with the blazing duet, but too much damage onto Yui. Maylane picks it up, finds it. That's one down for CFU. Tagami playing the bush, looking for a possible play here. In comes Abby as well. 4 members pushing back Falcon Vega.
Oh, wow. Falcons of Vega hit him where it hurts. CFU Serendipity, they were still playing the map. They were looking for a play. Team Falcons Vega set it up maybe 5-10 seconds too early. They did not expect. Yui gets a jump in.
Yui gonna be in trouble here. The lock on the damage. Luan's force, and that's enough to get Chincha the kill.
Abby!
Next gonna move on to Abby. Abby's gotta get back, able to get the stun on a Chincha. Mochi Bang there as well, but Chincha able to find Abby. Now Tagami just hiding in the bush. They're gonna have to give this Lord up most likely.
They slipped up. This is the equivalent of a banana peel. Honestly, they could have done better to check those bushes, stuck together, knew that there were more members of Falcons Vega on the map, but now they had to concede a massive objective. This is a scaled up Lord. And it all started with that pick off on Yui Fendi, and then another one on Yui, another one eventually on Abby. It's all crashing down. What is it, 14 minutes? This is the Lord that jumps.
This is the Lord that jumps. Very true. Couldn't have said it better myself. Looking at some of these items, there's one thing that Maylane has done great, and that has always kept up with Tagami. Right now, holding the lead.
I mean, the shutdown gold has to matter, right? Who did they shut? There's not even a shutdown gold. They just farmed out of their minds after the pick
farming their minds off.
Now she's up by 700, 1800 gold. That's huge. And all right, luckily Tagami doesn't have her Skypiercer stacks reset, right? So they can find a way to get in again, clean house, but first off they gotta defend.
All right, final slash does come in from Mochi Bang there, but the Lord is coming down to about 70%. Gets the dash onto the wall, gets the smash. Looking for something here. Falcons Vega playing the distance, keeping it slow, keeping it steady. Minions able to come through, but unable to get an inhibitor, and they back off. Another wave coming. Are they going to try to force this? CFU looking for the play themselves. Tagami playing the quad shadow. Once again, dashes to the back into the base. Penalty zone, lands into the wall. And a nice final slash into the response. We'll see if you try to capitalize. Mochi Bang goes down first. Out comes the blazing duet. Tagami forced back, looking for the quad shadow, but unable to lock out the damage, and Thal with a big revenge against the wall. Tagami now on the run. The Shinigamis are here. Team Falcons Vega looking to wipe them out, but Tagami wants to defend, but they're already on the base. CFU, I don't know if Tagami can do it all by herself. Too low, too late, not enough time. Team Falcons Vega with the 2-0.
They lost some altitude.
Yeah.